excited to welcome you to our tour today. For those of you who don't know me very well, my name is Kelsey and I am originally from Chicago. And my husband and I moved to Valencia, Spain last February. We're loving it, it's beautiful, and I have been taking quite a few trips lately, so this is one of the beautiful places that I am so excited to bring you to. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Austria, everyone. I visited Vienna in the Christmas of 2022 and had a wonderful time. It was very, very cold, but I thoroughly enjoyed my visit. As we explore, let me tell you a little bit about Vienna. Vienna is the capital of Austria, and it's known for its rich history, classical music heritage, and stunning architecture, all of which we will talk about today. Landmarks such as Schönbrunn Palace, St. Stephen's Cathedral or Stephansdom, and the Vienna State Opera are just some of the many famous places to go here. The vibrant cultural scene and delightful coffeehouse culture, as well as the delicious pastries and sausages, make Vienna a place worth visiting. Some fun facts for you about Austria as we explore. Aside from Germany, Austria is one of the only countries where German is spoken, and the only country where German is the official language. Austria's slopes are famous for their powdery snow. Winter sports like skiing and snowboarding are popular. The name Austria, or Österreich in German, is derived from the Germanic word Austro, which means east. The Austrian flag is one of the oldest national flags in the world. It dates back to 1191. The sewing machine was invented by an Austrian, Josef Madersperger. Approximately 1/4 of the population of Austria lives in Vienna, the capital. Vienna has the oldest zoo in the world, which was founded in 1752. Austria is known for its mountain railways and trains, such as the Gisela-Bahn. Ferdinand Porsche, the founder of the German sports car company Porsche, was from Austria. The former Hollywood actor Arnold Schwarzenegger grew up in Austria. 62% of Austria is covered by the Austrian Alps, and the first postcards were used in Austria. Austria has 13 mountain peaks with a height of 3,000 meters, and 34 mountain peaks that exceed 2,000 meters. The Tyrolean city Innsbruck has hosted the Winter Olympics twice, once in 1964 and again in 1976. In the 19th century, Austria was one of the most powerful countries in the world. Back then, the total area was almost 700,000 square kilometers. The best preserved Stone Age man in the world was found in the Ötz Valley in Tyrol. His name is Ötzi, and he died around 5,300 years ago. Austrian Bertha von Suttner was the first woman to ever win the Nobel Peace Prize in 1905. In Austria, it's considered bad luck if you share a toast and don't maintain eye contact with the other person. The Austrian National Library in Vienna is home to more than 2 million books and is one of the world's major libraries. Austria is always among the countries with the highest standard of living in the world. Freedom of religion is important in Austria, and every child over the age of 14 can decide their preferred religion on their own. The former summer palace of the Habsburgs, Schönbrunn Palace, has more than 1,440 rooms. The average life expectancy in Austria is 81 years, and Austria is the birthplace of some of the world's most famous artists. For example, Gustav Klimt. The single highest selling energy drink on the planet, Red Bull, was created in Austria, and Vienna has been named the world's most livable city. Many famous classical music composers, such as Mozart, Haydn, Schubert, Johann Strauss, Bruckner, and Mahler, were born in Austria. Going off of that, Vienna's central cemetery has almost 3 million tombs, including those of Beethoven, Schubert, Strauss, and Brahms. The Vienna Boys Choir is one of the most famous choirs in the world, and it was founded in 1498. The founding father of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, was born in Vienna. And Vienna is home to one of the world's oldest amusement parks, the Prater. While we explore, let me tell you a fun fact about Austria. The origins of the French croissant are in fact Viennese, from Vienna. Although this fact might shock you, but the world-famous French pastry, it began its journey in the Austrian capital city. Croissants, as we know them today, can be traced back to the Austrian Kipferl, which is German for crescent. When the Austrian army defeated the Ottoman Turks in 1683, Viennese bakers celebrated the victory by making Kipferls. The crescents on the enemy's uniform were the inspiration. After the marriage between Marie Antoinette of Austria and King Louis XVI of France in 1770, this pastry made its way to the French court and eventually became popular across the country. Welcome to the Belvedere, or in German, the Belvedere. This is a historic complex in Vienna, in Austria, that consists of 2 baroque palaces, the Upper Belvedere and the Lower Belvedere, both built in the 18th century. The palaces are set within a stunning park, gardens, and fountains. We will be visiting the Upper Belvedere today, which houses an impressive collection of Austrian art, including works by Gustav Klimt, Egon Schiele, and Oskar Kokoschka. Klimt's renowned painting, The Kiss, is among the highlights. The Lower Belvedere often hosts temporary exhibitions and events. Apart from its artistic significance, the Belvedere is an architectural gem and a popular cultural attraction in Vienna. The panoramic view from the Upper Belvedere also provides a splendid outlook over the city. This is a masterpiece of Baroque architecture, and it was designed by Johann Lucas von Hildebrandt. The complexes consist of 2 main palaces, again the Upper and the Lower Belvedere, connected by the gardens. Each palace has distinct architectural elements. Built in the 18th century, the Belvedere showcases the opulence and grandeur of the Baroque style. This is evident in the elaborate ornamentation, curved forms, and decorative elements throughout the building. The Upper Belvedere is characterized by its grandeur and its symmetry. It features a central dome and a facade adorned with sculptures and reliefs. The decorative detailing, including the use of gold leaf, is emblematic of the Baroque aesthetic. The Lower Belvedere has a more complex layout, with ornate details on its facade. The palace served as a residential building for the Prince Eugene of Savoy, and its design reflects both practical and aesthetic considerations. The gardens between the 2 palaces are an integral part of the architectural design. They are landscaped in a formal style with terraces, sculptures, water fountains, creating a harmonious connection between the buildings. Inside the palaces, visitors encounter stately rooms adorned with frescoes, marble, and other luxurious materials. The design of the interior spaces complements the grandeur of the exteriors. The architecture of the Belvedere was conceived with an understanding of how art and architecture could harmoniously coexist. The palaces were created not only as residences, but also as spaces to showcase art and culture. The Belvedere is considered a prime example of Vienna's Baroque architecture, a style that flourished in the Austrian capital during the late 17th and early 18th centuries. It embodies the city's cultural and artistic richness during this period. Visitors to the Belvedere can appreciate not only the impressive art collection within, but the architectural splendor that contributes to its status as a cultural landmark in Vienna. And if you're there during the holiday season, you will also find a Christkindlmarkt within its grounds. While we are enjoying these beautiful sights, let me tell you a little bit about Austria's history. Austria has a rich history, and it traces back to antiquity when it was inhabited by Celtic tribes. During the Roman era, it was part of the Noricum province. In the medieval period, the Babenberg and later the Habsburg dynasties played pivotal roles in shaping this region. The Habsburgs, with the ascent of Maximilian I, established Austria as a major European power during the Renaissance. The 17th century brought the devastating 30 Years' War, impacting this region greatly. The 18th century saw the flourishing of the Austro-Hungarian Empire under Maria Theresa and Joseph II. The 19th century marked significant political and social transformations, including the 1848 revolutions and the Austro-Hungarian Compromise of 1867. The empire persisted until the end of World War I, leading to the establishment of the First Austrian Republic. Austria faced challenges during the interwar period and was annexed by Nazi Germany in 1938. Post-World War II, Austria regained independence and neutrality. Vienna became a hub for diplomacy, hosting key international organizations. In 1995, Austria joined the European Union, securing its place in the modern European landscape, and today, Austria blends a rich cultural heritage with a dynamic and prosperous society. They also have very good cake. Let me tell you some information about the Hundertwasserhaus. This is a unique apartment building in Vienna, designed by artist and architect Friedensreich Hundertwasser. Known for its vibrant colors, irregular shapes, and incorporation of vegetation, it stands out as an example of expressionist architecture. Friedensreich Hundertwasser, he lived from 1928 until the year 2000. He was an Austrian architect and artist. He was known for his eclectic, colorful, and often whimsical styles. Besides creating paintings and prints, Hundertwasser designed buildings with a focus on environmental harmony and individual expression. The Hundertwasserhaus in Vienna is one of his most notable artworks. His paintings are characterized by a distinct and highly recognizable style. Key features of his paintings include spirals and swirls, vibrant colors, irregular shapes, symbols, and imagery and environmental themes. About spirals, he frequently incorporated these and swirls into his works, representing the cyclical nature of life and the harmony he sought between humanity and nature. As for his vibrant colors, bold, vibrant colors were a hallmark of Hundertwasser's paintings. He believed that colors had a direct impact on people's emotions and well-being. Shapes. Rejecting straight lines, his paintings often featured irregular, organic shapes. These reflected his belief in the imperfection and unpredictability found in nature. Symbolism also played a significant role in his paintings. He used symbols such as eyes, spirals, and labyrinths to convey deeper meaning related to the human condition, spirituality, and connection to the environment. Speaking of the environment, many of his works also carried strong environmental messages, emphasizing the need for a more harmonious relationship between humans and nature. Hundertwasser's paintings often blended elements of fantasy with a profound philosophical and ecological perspective. His art aimed to inspire a sense of individuality and reconnect people with the organic rhythms of the natural world. While we look around, let me tell you about Gustav Klimt's painting, The Kiss. It was painted between 1907 and 1908 during his golden phase, characterized by his extensive use of gold leaf and Byzantine influences. The kiss is often interpreted as a celebration of romantic love and the union between the two in the picture. The embracing couple is surrounded by a golden aura, emphasizing the spiritual and emotional aspects of their connection. Klimt used gold leaf to create the shimmering effect in the painting, a technique that became synonymous with his golden phase. This technique adds a luxurious and symbolic dimension to the artwork. The use of gold leaf and the flat, decorative patterns in the kiss are reminiscent of Byzantine art. Klimt's fascination with Byzantine mosaics is evident in the intricate details and symbolic elements present in the painting. The kiss is known for its square composition, a departure from traditional rectangular formats. This deliberate choice by Klimt enhances the sense of balance and symmetry in the artwork. Initially exhibited in 1908 at the Kunstschau art exhibition in Vienna, the kiss received mixed reactions. Some praised its innovative style, while others found it controversial due to its departure from conventional representations of love. The painting is housed in the Österreichische Gallery in the Belvedere Museum in Vienna, specifically in the Upper Belvedere Palace. It remains one of the most popular and recognized artworks in the museum's collection, and in the world. The kiss has become an iconic symbol of love and is widely reproduced in various forms of art and merchandise. It has transcended its original artistic context to become a globally recognized and celebrated masterpiece. Klimt was associated with the Art Nouveau movement, and the kiss reflects this with its decorative and ornamental qualities. The flowing lines and intricate details contribute to the overall aesthetic characteristic of Art Nouveau. The painting was acquired by the Belvedere Gallery in Vienna in 1928. Prior to that, it had changed hands multiple times, including being owned by the family of the original commissioner Ferdinand Bloch-Bauer. While we are talking about the kiss, let me tell you some info about its painter, Gustav Klimt. Gustav Klimt was a prominent symbolist painter known for his decorative style. He often incorporated intricate patterns, gold leaf, and symbolic elements into his work. The Kiss is one of his most famous paintings, celebrated for its sensuality and use of gold leaf. Klimt was co-founder of the Vienna Secession movement in 1897, a group of artists who rebelled against conservative art policies. They sought to create a new and modern artistic language. Klimt was a sought-after portraitist, and his portraits often featured luxurious landscapes and intricate patterns are highly regarded. Portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer I is another one of his notable works. Some of Klimt's works were considered controversial during his lifetime due to their eroticism and departure from traditional artistic norms. Danae and Water Serpents I are examples of such provocative pieces. Klimt's golden phase refers to the period when he extensively used gold leaf in his paintings. This phase, including the kiss, is characterized by a lavish and shimmering aesthetic. Klimt's style had a significant impact on the Art Nouveau movement, especially in Vienna. His innovative approach to form and ornamentation contributed to the evolution of modern art. Klimt, along with his colleagues, created murals for the University of Vienna. These works were controversial, leading to criticism and debates about artistic freedom and expression. But Klimt's unique style and contributions to the art world continue to influence and inspire artists today. Which painting is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Some info for you while we explore about how people celebrate the holidays, specifically Christmas, in places like Germany and Austria. The top number one thing to do is visit a Weihnachtsmarkt, or a Christmas market. No doubt, whether we're talking about natives, expats, or tourists, anyone who is in Germany or Austria during Christmas market season should visit one, as this is an excellent way to inject a solid dose of genuine Christmas cheer into your holiday hustle and bustle. There are countless markets located throughout Germany, with several typically going down every day. Probably some of the most popular ones occur in Nuremberg, Rothenburg ob der Tauber, Munich, and Berlin. In Austria, you will find many famous Christmas markets in Vienna, Salzburg, Graz, and Innsbruck. Go to these markets to enjoy a pleasant and cozy atmosphere where vendors sell their artisan wares and a myriad of tasty treats. The Weihnachtsmarkt, or the Christmas market experience, is best enjoyed with friends, but because the mood is so good, it won't be hard to make new ones while you're there. Get an Advent calendar. Historically, Germany and Austria are religious countries. As is the case in many cultures, much of the Yuletide traditions have been secularized. Therefore, all you really need to know nowadays is that the Advents calendar tracks the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas, where each day of the countdown is marked with a little prize or chocolate or tasty something hidden within the depths of a colorful 3D calendar. Typically, these calendars are quite cheap and come filled with small Christmas-themed chocolates, but they can also be quite extravagant, with chocolate manufacturers like Godiva producing their own versions. Gather around the Tannenbaum for some Gemütlichkeit. This means coziness. Tannenbaum means Christmas tree. Germans and Austrians have long engaged in the custom of incorporating an evergreen tree into their Christmas decor. Known in German as a Tannenbaum, it is not uncommon even today for families and friends to gather around the tree and sing Christmas songs. This is a fantastic way to conjure feelings of Gemütlichkeit, this distinct German word that roughly translates to a state of coziness and good cheer, quite similar to the Danish term Hygge. I love to sing Stille Nacht, or the German original version of Silent Night. As a trained opera singer, I always include Stille Nacht in my Christmas concerts. Check out the information below this video for the link to the most recent Christmas concert. Another tradition that is quite interesting is shoes out for Saint Nicholas. While Santa is obviously one of the most iconic Christmas figures, leave it to the Europeans to commemorate the depth and origins of old Kris Kringle. The customs observed on St. Nicholas Day is often regarded as the source of the modern-day Christmas lore about Santa. Each year on December 5th, the eve of St. Nicholas Day on December 6th, children leave their shoes outside of their bedroom doors in hopes that St. Nick will visit and leave the shoes filled with treats. Only those children who were nice all year round are lucky enough to have this fortune. Starting to sound familiar? A little bit more info for you on Saint Nicholas and Krampus. Who is Krampus? Well, keep listening and you'll find out. During the Advent time, folkloristic figures may suddenly knock on your front door. Friendly St. Nicholas and his sinister companion Krampus will come to your home to find out which children have been good or bad this year. Traditionally, those well-behaved are rewarded with sweets, peanuts, and tangerines, and you might hear a word of warning given to the naughty ones. All over Austria and Germany, St. Nicholas Day is celebrated on December 6th. Kids eagerly await the much-feared Krampus Day, which is on December 5th, the day before St. Nicholas Day, when people dress up in scary costumes, picture Halloween but the adult version, made of sheepskin. They wear carved masks with goat horns and get up to mischief in the village streets. One of the most traditional forms of the Krampuslauf, or the Krampus Run, can be found in the Gastein Valley. Each of the Krampuses of the roughly 100 Krampus groups, also called Passen, wears a traditional stone pine mask. The legend of Krampus has roots in Germanic folklore and has been a part of Alpine traditions for centuries. Krampus is often depicted as a horned demonic creature with hooves, a long tongue, and chains. He's also St. Nicholas's companion. In Alpine regions, particularly Austria, Bavaria in Germany, and parts of Hungary, Krampus is known as the companion of St. Nicholas. While St. Nicholas rewards well-behaved children, Krampus is said to punish the misbehaving ones. There is also Krampusnacht, or Krampus Night, which is a tradition celebrated again on the eve of December 5th, the night before St. Nicholas Day, where people dress up as Krampus and run through the streets or participate in parades to scare and entertain. Those participating in Krampus events often wear elaborate and somewhat terrifying costumes. The goal is to create a genuinely frightening appearance, and from personal experience, I think they succeed. In recent years, Krampus has gained international attention, inspiring festivals, movies, and even greeting cards. The darker, mischievous side of the holiday season has found a place in popular culture, blending traditional folklore with contemporary entertainment. While Krampus may seem fearsome, the traditions surrounding him adds a unique and sometimes humorous element to the holiday season in certain European cultures. After speaking with locals, they have said that even as children, they are not quite scared of Krampus, but it is more for the humorous effect to bring even more joy to the holiday season. While we explore, let's talk about some interesting Viennese and Austrian food. There's Viennese Apfelstrudel, which is Austria's national food, Wiener Schnitzel, which is a fried delight, Vienna sausage, which is Austrian authenticity at its best, Knödel, which is a flavorful dumping, Tafelspitz, which is boiled beef, Tiroler Grüstel, which is inspired by tradition, Käsespätzle, which is a cheesy delight, potato goulash, a tasty treat, Kaiserschmarren, for a flavorful palate, Buchteln, an ecstatic dessert, and Sachertorte, a sweet retreat, very popular around dessert shops. Let's talk about some of them in a little more detail. Wiener Schnitzel, which translates to Viennese cutlet in German, is one of Austria's most important national dishes. In fact, it is so synonymous with the country that its name is protected by law. It can only be called Wiener Schnitzel when made with veal. To create it, thin cutlets of meat are lightly coated in breadcrumbs and deep fried in butter or lard until golden brown. These are then served with a wedge of lemon and a side of potato salad, cucumber salad, or French fries. A beloved favorite among locals and expats alike, Wiener Schnitzel can be found everywhere from street food stalls to high-end restaurants across Austria. You can also find other meats, like chicken and pork. Wiener Würstchen. Has anyone had Wiener Würstchen? It's delicious, simple to make, yet bursting with flavor. This iconic Viennese sausage is an essential part of Austrian cuisine. Wiener Würstchen is a traditionally made type of pork and beef sausage encased in sheep's intestine. These thin parboiled sausages are actually a variation of the traditional German Frankfurter Würstchen, or Frankfurter sausages. People often enjoy them as a main dish, served with fermented cabbage or Sauerkraut, radishes, and Austrian potato salad. That said, they are also a popular snack and served in a hot bun seasoned with mustard, ketchup, other sauces. In fact, Wiener Würstchen is one of the most common street foods in Austria, and you can buy them from vendors all across the country. Paired perfectly with a cold beer, these should definitely be on your Austrian food bucket list. One of my favorites is Spätzle or Käsespätzle, cheesy Spätzle. Comfort food doesn't get much better than Käsespätzle, which is Austria's answer to macaroni and cheese. You guessed it! Perfect for chilly winter days. This hearty dish consists of chewy egg noodles, which are called Spätzle, in creamy Emmentaler cheese, topped with butter, caramelized onions. Oh, it's delicious. Käsespätzle is actually a specialty dish of the Swabian region in Germany. However, many variations exist throughout neighboring countries. In Austria, people serve it as either a side or a main dish, often enjoying it in the country's alpine huts. Great for sharing, this easy-to-make dish remains one of the most popular Austrian foods among locals and expats alike. There is also Apfelstrudel. Our list of top Austrian foods wouldn't be complete without Viennese Apfelstrudel. This beloved apple dessert consists of apples, raisins, sugar, cinnamon, encased in a thin sheet of dough. Oh, yummy. Despite its delicate appearance, it is surprisingly easy to make. That said, it takes time and patience to get the paper-thin dough just right and the raisins adequately soaked in rum. In fact, the hardest part is getting the dough thin enough to almost see through it without tearing it. Although Viennese Apfelstrudel is a heavenly dessert in its own right, it is best enjoyed topped with whipped cream, vanilla sauce, or a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Ugh, are you hungry yet? Okay, last one. Sachertorte. This one is especially famous in Vienna. This rich, dense chocolate cake was supposedly invented in Vienna in 1832 at the request of Prince Clemens Wenzel von Metternich. He tasked his kitchen staff to concoct an extraordinary dessert to impress his special guests. However, when the head chef fell ill, a 16-year-old apprentice called Franz Sacher stepped up to the plate and created this scrumptious cake. To this day, Sachertorte is considered to be one of the most famous cakes in the world, and for good reason. Crammed with chocolatey goodness, it consists of 2 thick layers of chocolate sponge cake, separated by a thin layer of apricot jam. To top it off, this cake is coated in dark chocolate icing. The delicious dessert is traditionally served with unsweetened whipped cream and often comes with a dark chocolate medallion on top. How delicious is that? So which one would you eat? Let me know in the comments below. While we look around, let me tell you about St. Stephen's Cathedral, or Stephansdom, this magnificent Gothic masterpiece located in the heart of Vienna, Austria's capital. Construction of Stephansdom began in the 12th century, and the cathedral has been witness to centuries of Austrian history. It stands on the ruins of two earlier churches. The cathedral's stunning Gothic architecture features intricate details, including pointed arches, gargoyles, a uniquely patterned multicolored tile roof. The south tower, known as Steffel, is an iconic element of the Viennese skyline. Stephansdom is the mother church of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Vienna. It has played a central role in the religious and ceremonial life in the city, hosting events like imperial weddings and funerals. The cathedral also houses the Pommerin, a colossal bell that ranks among the largest in Europe. Cast from melted down cannons in 1711, it weighs over 20 tons and rings during special occasions or festivities. Beneath Stephansdom lies a network of catacombs and crypts. The catacombs contain the tombs of various notable figures, while the crypts house the remains of Habsburg rulers, including Emperor Frederick III. That being said, Stephansdom has strong ties to the Habsburg dynasty, symbolizing the double-headed eagle found on the tile roof. The cathedral's history intertwines with that of the Habsburgs, the ruling family of the Holy Roman Empire for centuries. Climbing the 343 steps to the top of the South Tower offers panoramic views while you are huffing and puffing. The ascent provides a close-up look at intricate architecture and a rewarding view of the cityscape. Over the years, Stephansdom has undergone various renovations and restorations, particularly after sustaining damage after World War II. These efforts have preserved its historical grandeur. Stephansdom stands as a symbol of Vienna's rich history and architectural prowess. There's often a Christmas market held outside during the holiday season as well. Visitors are captivated not only by Stephansdom's religious significance, but also by the intricate details that make it a cultural and visual treasure in the heart of Austria's capital. Today we talked about the Belvedere, Klimt, food traditions in Austria, Stephansdom, Christmas traditions, some fun facts, the Hundertwasserhaus, and so much more. Thank you for joining me here in Vienna. It was so much fun to travel with you, and do check out my channel for more of all the places we can go together with me, Explore with Kelsey. See you soon. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for your donations, for your tips, for your PayPals. And as always, thank you for being a part of my traveling family. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, everyone. Don't forget to follow and like this video for more with me, Explore with Kelsey.